Namaskar. In the last lecture, I had shared the remedies for the ninth house from moon. This was a kind of a postscript to the series of lectures that my Guruji Shri Visti Larsen had given on this channel, uh, wherein he talked of the important remedies that will make one feel very settled, happy, um, sustained in this planet. Okay. In that, first he started with the remedies concerning the ninth from the moon, because that is what will help you achieve your final objective, feel happy and settled, etc. But then there are a whole lot of people who are not even getting started, right? These are people where he gave examples of children who are, the entire day they are watching YouTube or wasting away their time. They are not able to engage with the society in any form. So only when someone is starting to engage with society, then you want more of the society to engage with them, either through job or through business, etc. Get more clients, and that's when you go for ninth from moon. But when there is a problem with the mind is not even ready to engage with the society, then you have to focus on rectifying the mind. And here there are two planets which are very important. One is what is known as Shubhapati, which is the lord of the moon sign. Okay, we also call Janma Rashi. The other one is the nakshatra lord of the nakshatra where moon is placed in. Okay, so if moon is in, say, Uttarashadha, then the lord of the nakshatra would be sun, right? So on and so forth. Okay, this is found in standard Jyotish texts. Now, what happens is when these kind of afflictions happen, they don't get started. So, what is the problem? They are lacking in resilience. Uh, Small amount of challenges would distract them. They would not be able to overcome them easily. Hence, they are not able to effectively engage with society, right? Because they don't have that energy to get going. So, in such case, we can't really start with the remedies discussed previously, which is for ninth house from the moon, right? Now, here specifically, Shubhapati indicates a lack of nutrition or energy in some form, okay, because of food or nutritional supplements. So, you may find some lacking of vitamins, for example, or some other minerals like, say, magnesium, etc. You should do a proper test of this, but what it does show is that the food is inadequate. Well, the nakshatra is got to do with Vayu Tattva or oxygen, so prana. So the prana is lacking in the person. Okay, effective. Both would give the same result effectively, but it's important to understand the difference between these. Now, practically, how would you know? I mean, it's very tough to decide whether a person is lacking food or oxygen. So, what one would do is look at the chart and see which of these is having afflictions. You're not really bothered about whether the moon sign itself is afflicted, the moon is afflicted in any way, but what you're more bothered about whether these two planets are afflicted in any way, the lord of the moon sign and the nakshatra lord. Okay, if they are having malefic aspects, if they are badly placed from the lagna, or if they are combust, and there are so many ways in which a planet can be afflicted. So if they are having these problems, then that is what you got to focus upon. The moon sign on its own having afflictions wouldn't really matter if these two are okay. Meaning that what does moon sign afflictions indicate? It indicates you are faced with problems. Problems everyone faces in their life. But are you able to overcome them? The ability to overcome them, that resilience is seen from the Shubhapati and the Nakshatra Lord. Now, for the Shubhapati specifically, Guruji said the Bhagavata mantras, okay, which are basically the Vishnu avatar mantras. Now, in Brihat Parashara Shastra, in the very, I think, third chapter itself, the planets and the Vishnu avatars mapping to them are clearly given. And we have various texts, our scriptures, Puranas, especially in Srimad Bhagavatam, you will find almost all these mantras. Okay, so I have given only our mantras for the 7 weekday planets, as we say, because really speaking, the Shubhapati, Rahu or Ketu as the moon sign lord won't really give you wealth. So if you are looking for wealth and sustenance, you are basically looking for these 7 planets. And here are the mantras in front of you. So for sun, it is Sri Rama, and the mantra will be Om Namo Bhagavate Ramachandraya. As you note, all these mantras have Om Namo Bhagavate preceding to the name of the Devata. For moon, it is Krishna, but we call him by the specific name Vasudeva, okay, which is his name basis the name of his father Vasudeva. So the son of Vasudeva hence is called Vasudeva. And then Om Namo Bhagavate Narsimhaya for Narsimha. And for Mercury, it is Balarama or Balabhadra. In Odisha especially, it is preferred to say Om Namo Bhagavate Balabhadraya, but you can also say Om Namo Bhagavate Balaramaya. And for Vamana Avatara, while you can say Om Namo Bhagavate Shri Vamanaya, but it is preferred to say Trivikramaya, because Vamana has a lot of, you may say, renunciate energy. Who is Vamana? Vamana was the Brahmana dwarf, right? So he is a celibate, he is a brahmachari, and so that kind of energy is there. Okay, Jupiter will very much like that kind of energy. So hence we call him Trivikrama. Trivikrama is a form of Bhagwan where, as Vamana Rupa, where he grows to immense proportions and he is spanning the 3 worlds with his 3 steps. He has one leg on the ground and one leg going up. You can see that iconography if you check it out. So in many old temples you have this thing. So that is Om Namo Bhagavate Trivikramaya. Similarly, Parashurama is for Venus, but we prefer, Parashurama again has a very warrior-like energy. And what are we doing this for? This we are looking for sustenance over here, right? So hence, Om Namo Bhagavate Hrishikeshaya is preferred for this. And for Kurma, it is actually Akuparaya. Akupara means tortoise, but this is a specific mantra taken from Srimad Bhagavatam. Om Namo Bhagavate Akuparaya. So this will help solve all the afflictions of the body, lack of food and all that, which is causing lack of sustenance and lack of resilience to interact with the society. Guruji had mentioned very important point. Lack of food or not giving food is also a form of torture. Why? Because when food is not given, the mind is not able to effectively perform. And that, you try it out. There are people who are able to do fasting, but most people have problems fasting, right? And if you fast for, say, 1 day or 2 days, you may really feel a very big difference, right? So these mantras will help in addressing this problem. Now, Guruji also mentioned that there could be some people who are having a more immediate need, very urgent need, something like there's an urgency, you may say this is like an urgent medicine kind of thing. And for that we focus on Dattatreya. So we call these kind of conditions as Unmadana, that is the mind is sort of, I think Guruji mentioned it very nicely, gone out of whack or something like that. So you are not able to really focus on the task. So for this, the Dattatreya mantra is very nice. This is the mantra. Dattatreya Hare Krishna Unmatanandadayaka Digambara Mune Balapishacha Jnana Sagara. So this is a mantra, but you can also just say Dattatreya Hare Krishna. That will also do the job as well. Dattatreya Hare Krishna is an Ashtakshari mantra, and 8,000 one of the Dushthanas, as you know very well in Jyotish, and this helps address that. Just one other point is, if you note in the previous, all these mantras are Dwadashakshari or 12 Akshara mantras. This also has a great significance in Jyotish, because this maps to the 12th house, which is another important Dusthana. As you notice one thing, Saturn is the Karaka for 8th house and the 12th house, right? And hence, in a way, these mantras are helping address that Saturn kind of energy which is there, right? Believe me, when you say Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya, these mantras, you will actually be going out and working very hard. Okay, that is the effect of these mantras on the mind. Now, I'm waiting for some small clarification on the nakshatra related mantras. So I will bear with me, give me a day or two, and I will come back to you on that. I mean, I have the mantras, but I just wanted some small clarification, because with mantras, I want to be very, very clear and specific, so that because people will be using it, I don't want to take any chances. So I will be coming with regards to the nakshatra. So the mantras related to the nakshatra lord, if the nakshatra is afflicted. Okay, and hopefully, if time permits, I may also show you a few case studies, so that that will help you decide how to determine whether Shubhpati is afflicted or the nakshatra lord is afflicted, etc. Okay, so thank you so much for your patience, and hope this answers many of the queries I have been having in the comments and even otherwise. And you can get started with these mantras. One important thing: how much to do, when to do. So all these mantras, which is these Bhagavata mantras, okay, as well as the Dattatreya mantra, the best day to start them would be on a Thursday. Okay, don't get distracted by, okay, this is for sun and Sunday, etc. All these mantras is best to start on a Thursday. And how much to do? Well, you can do 108 every day, or you can do more rounds of it. One method is to do a higher number of rounds for certain point of time, let's say for 40 days. So all these previous mantras you can do maybe 4 malas, or what we say 4 into 108 for 40 days, and then you can do daily 108 at least for 1 year, to really get the full benefit of these mantras in your life. And if you're just doing Dattatreya Hare Krishna, then I would suggest at least do 10 malas every day for 40 days, and thereafter you can do 108 every day. And you can do this mantra even, like, let's say you're walking also, you can do that, so if you feel that affliction is there, even while walking you can do in the evening, just a few times, so that you are feeling balanced. But primarily you should sit and do this japa. Okay, so that's the clarification on when and how to do the japa as well. Thank you so much for your patience. Namaskar.